A lot of people get stopped when they feel fear, when they feel like, oh, I'm not good at this, I don't have experience with this. And I think that the best thing you can do is just like breathe and trust and know that if you have the right intentions and are taking the right actions, amazing things can come your way.
What do you do for a living?
You had to start with the hardest one. I never know how to answer that question anyway. My name is Jules Price, and I am an entrepreneur and a singer, and I have a lot of different aspects of my business that each thing has kind of evolved into the next, I guess, in a natural way, which is what I've really enjoyed about my journey. Initially, I was a Broadway singer. I had the opportunity to travel for a year and a half on the road with The Sound of Music, the Broadway tour, and I was Maria, which was very exciting. So it was a great entree into the New York scene. Then that sort of evolved into when I moved to Florida with my husband. I started being a rep for a greeting card and gift company. And so that I poured sort of my heart and soul into doing that with a lot of the same kind of skills. And then that evolved into writing a book to help people, you know, the things that helped me, the verbiage that I used and the mindset that I had. I just felt like every time I would teach people those things, it really helped them, so I just wrote it all down. And then that evolved into basically writing another book about dating because of my journey of meeting my husband, and then that has evolved into being a dating coach.
So do you have some dating do's for us?
Yes.
These are from your book, right?
Yeah, a lot of these are from the book, and there's a lot of do's and don'ts in dating, obviously, but I just picked a couple fun ones to talk about. So the first do is beware of early exuberance. So there's a real dynamic between men and women, you know, again, stereotypically, but on a date where early on the guy will kind of throw out some really exuberant things like that are maybe future things like, oh, we should go to that concert next year or whatever. And so the problem is that women look for clues and they start viewing these things as clues, and it's not really indicative of where you are in the relationship.
It's kind of humbling to be able to non-judgmentally and with kindness be able to let someone know what it is that I see, if I think it's going to be something that will help them become aware of and something that they can just get a little bit better at to have a better connection going forward. I think that a lot of people in my life think that, you know, everything's just kind of come easy because I always have a big smile, and, you know, I have been able to kind of reframe. And for me, the biggest thing that I had to overcome was 7 years ago I was diagnosed with MS, with multiple sclerosis. I think I felt sorry for myself for maybe, I don't know, maybe a month. And then I just said, what am I going to do about it? You know, and I was about 50 pounds overweight because all the steroids they'd pumped into me, and I just turned things around. So having experienced that, like literally knowing that not everything's easy for people, not everything's been easy for me, but even the things that have been incredibly hard for me, I've experienced that same blueprint of make a decision, you owe it to yourself, take the steps you need to do and do your best. Because if you don't, then you will end up where you're worried that you'll end up. You will have those setbacks, you know, because you're not doing the things you need to do to just try to get yourself out of that situation.